Hello everybody, Maven here, and today we will be testing out the brand new exotic armor pieces in the final shape for Hunter, Titan, and Warlock. Now there are 6 in total. I only managed to get my hands on 4 of them. I greatly apologize. But our lineup for today is going to be the Gifted Conviction Hunter Chest, the Balance of Power Hunter Boots, the Hazardous Propulsion Titan Chest, and the Speaker's Sight Warlock Helmet. Now these first impressions will be pretty brief, but I assure you we'll be testing them out thoroughly in the future. So let's get to it. Hope you enjoy. Alright, our first exotic of the day is the Hazardous Propulsion Titan Chest. It has a perk Danger Close. Weapon precision hits or final blows have a chance to load Exodus rockets, which you can fire by using your class ability. Damaging targets with Exodus rockets can temporarily increase the damage you deal with all rocket launchers. So here's a quick little snippet of what that looks like. So you can stack up to 7 rockets, and I found it actually incredibly easy to charge. As you can see here, I'm using the buffed 1 for Thrall Necrochasm, and before I could even finish speaking, we already got 7 rockets charged. And when we throw it out against Carl here, it does a hefty chunk of damage, does 28,000 times 7. And just to compare that against something, here is a Gallarhorn shot against Carl, which does just slightly more. So I would say the 7 Exodus rockets do about the damage of 1 regular rocket. Now when we get hits with these Exodus rockets, as you can see, we get the enhanced rockets buff on the left side of the screen. Sadly, I did not have the time to test these. I forgot to. I apologize, but we all know it's going to be somewhere in the ballpark of 10 to 25%. Next up, we got the Speaker's Sight Warlock Helmet. Healing grenade spawn a restorative turret. Healing allies occasionally spawns an orb of power. And as you can see in this clip here, we are using the Edge of Intent class glaive, the one that is also capable of spawning healing turrets. And they are the exact same kind of healing turrets that the Speaker's Sight helmet spawns. They do the same thing, and it's honestly pretty good. I was actually surprised at how well it was keeping me alive, but I assume if you have teammates who are getting in the way, taking the aggro of your turrets, then you might die sometimes. But it's gonna be really good on Solar, I believe, because of Echo of Benevolence. You're constantly gonna be healing your allies and playing support, so you're just gonna get all that free boosted ability regeneration. So if you're a team player who likes to play support, this is gonna be a fun exotic for you. But if you're a solo player, I would just go with the regular healing grenade to apply restoration that you can then extend with Ember of Empyrean. I feel like that's going to be just a bit more valuable. But in any kind of tough activity that wants you to be somewhat stationary, Speaker's Sight is going to be pretty good. Like, I can see it being actually decent in Grandmasters. But my one issue with it is it going to be better than the Boots of the Assembler Lumina support build? We'll have to wait and see. Next up, we have the Balance of Power Hunter Boots. Your Threaded Spectre has increased duration and durability, and damaging it creates additional threadlings. While you are near a Threaded Spectre, you do not appear on the radar. Now, when I place down my Threaded Spectre, you can see on the left side of the screen that we are hidden, and it's like around 15-ish meters is like the limit, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. But you are off the radar, which I don't think is too relevant because the Threaded Spectre already creates its own radar ping anyways, so not the biggest buff in the world, but still useful nonetheless. And then you can see here the Threaded Spectre also has these like threadlings rotating around it, and when you shoot your threadling, those threadlings come off. So typically a Threaded Spectre generates 2 threadlings when it dies, but it can create 2 more while it's living. So 4 in total, which is going to be very annoying in PvP. So this is definitely more of a PvP exotic because the ability in PvE is basically just to spawn 2 more threadlings, which is not really that much worth it. Next up is the Gifted Conviction Hunter Chest. Activating Ascension or Tempest Strike throws bouncing explosives at nearby targets that jolt them. Jolting nearby targets grants you damage resistance. So taking a look at these bouncing explosives here, they're basically the exact same visual of the skip grenades, and they hit like skip grenades. They are very, very weak. They don't hit that hard at all, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't even think it's worth it. And post-edit, I think I'm even going to slow these clips down so you can like see the actual skip grenade projectiles come out and hit these targets. And you know, it's not worth it because the Ascension alone is good enough. You already applied Jolt to the targets, and Jolt is what you want here. That's the most important thing, and you already got that. So I don't think throwing out these projectiles that Jolt makes much of a difference because they're already jolted. So I think the most important thing about this exotic is actually the one thing that I didn't realize about it as I used it, is that jolting nearby targets grants you damage resistance. So this exotic would be kind of neat to use with the Volt Shot weapon, because every time you jolt something with Volt Shot, you're getting damage resistance. I don't know how much damage resistance, but it might be worth retesting someday. And I did say we only have 4 exotics to test today, but I do have a screenshot here of the Mataiodoxia. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. I didn't have any time to get the gameplay with this, so I apologize, but what it does here is targets damaged by Arcane Needle create a suspending burst. Now, in the preview clip they showed us a couple weeks ago, we saw them use all 3 Arcane Needle charges to cause a suspending burst, but now that we know it only takes 1, that's so much better. And also, my theory was right, it does have a way to give you more needle charges because defeating suspended targets gives you more Arcane Needle energy, which can be awesome with Weaver's Trance and Shackle Grenades, so that's actually incredible. And also your needles have intrinsic anti-barrier. With all these things combined, I actually think it's an incredible Warlock exotic. It went from trash to treasure immediately after seeing this, and it may even be the best Strand Warlock exotic. And finally, there is one more Titan exotic. I do not have the name of it. I do not have the clip of it. I do not know what it does. I apologize, but I'm sure there's another YouTuber who has footage of it, so you might want to do a little bit of searching. So anyways, let me know what exotic you are the most excited for down below in the comments. Personally, I'm the most excited for the Hazardous Propulsion Titan Chest. I had a blast using it, no pun intended. And that is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Final Shape gameplay will be dropping daily on this channel, so make sure to subscribe if you are new, and drop a like and a comment if you enjoyed. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video.